going on, guys? Diamond here, and this is the Mazda 787B in Roblox Fix It Up. Now I will say I am very late to actually looking at this car, but I will say this, the one thing that I do want to do today is actually build this up into a track car. We are going to be using I'm probably going to be using the V6 3.8 since it gives us the most power, but we are going to be severely down tuning it so it is more stable today. Looking at overall on the looks of the car, the outside looks extremely aerodynamic heavy and actually looks very aggressive, and it looks like this car may have some severe downforce. Looking on the interior, it actually looks really nice looking, I'm not even gonna lie. However, it is not fully modeled, but it definitely does give you about a rough look of what it would be. But without further ado, let's go ahead and actually pop the hood open. And as you can see, it comes with a V6 diesel. Respectfully to my diesel lovers, we do not need that engine for a literal, but let's go ahead and head over to the part shop and let's go ahead and grab our engine. I will say this now, as we were driving, this thing does in fact want to lose traction easily. So what I think we will be doing is putting slicks on all 4 tires just to give it more control. Let's go ahead and actually, before we buy that, let's go ahead and remove this engine. And of course this transmission. All right, and let's buy the new one. As well, let's go ahead and buy our 7-speed DCT, and let's get this installed. It looks so small inside of there. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like if cars only had V6s, but without further ado, let's go ahead and close this. And I think we're also going to paint it because I'm not really liking this yellow color. Let's head on over to the tuner and let's actually get this thing tuned because this does not like me at all. Alright, so it took me a minute to find this, but we have a tune for this. So we're probably just going to go ahead and max this out just because I do in fact want to see how well it can handle. Thanks to Asteri, we have a V6 3.8 8-speed DCT tune, which doesn't really affect us too much, but 55 power limit, and then 80 boost, 52 ignition, which we're going to leave 0 because we don't care for that, and then fuel mix is going to be 65, and then valve timing is going to be 50, which we're going to put on 3, and then as for our speed, it's going to be 75. All right, so let's go ahead and try this out, shall we? Alright, because I cannot for some reason handle this car when it's in manual, we're going to put it on automatic when we do this. So let's go ahead and give it a try, shall we? And we instantly spin. We need slicks for this thing. Let's see if we have any in here. Are these slicks? No, they're not. I know for a fact that these big boys are, so we shall use the big boys. Let's go ahead and take out our jack and let's go ahead and raise this up. And let's install these. It would be quite weird if Fix It Up didn't have any bugs when it comes to the cars. Hopefully this fixes it. No shot. Did we actually get like almost a perfect fitment for this? We could probably do 20s in the rear, but so far this actually looks perfect. Oh yeah, that makes it so much more stable. All right, we'll put the 20s on the rear. But for now, let's go ahead and actually test this out. $258, not bad actually. You know, I will say we somehow got like very amazing fitment, and then on top of that we actually have a very fast car now. So let's go ahead and head on over to the race strip, and let's go ahead and see how well she'll actually handle. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see how well she does, shall we? Well, of course, if we can get unstuck. How do you manage to do this? No way. Well then. Alright, now that we are unstuck, let's go ahead and see how well she does. Oh, instantly lost traction the second I put it into automatic. Are we stuck? No way. Okay, this is another car that has decided it's going to humble me today. First it was the RX-7, now it's the Mazda. So I guess Mazdas have something against me, and we're stuck again. How? How do you keep doing this? Oh my lord. Dude, she does not want to race. Alright, well then. Seems like I've been humbled again by another car. Just because I am curious, I do want to see how fast it is on the drag strip, so let's actually take it on over there. Alright, now that we are here, let's go ahead and see how fast she is. .480, wow. Dude, this thing's quick. 466, dude, holy. All right, so we have created an absolute beast of a race car. Definitely was not expecting that, I'm not even gonna lie. Honestly, when it comes to the Mazda 787, definitely is a very surprising car. I wish it was a different drivetrain, but this was definitely made in the times where rear-wheel drive was the most dominant era, and especially with it having the more back engine, I can see where all the downforce is behind there. This car is definitely an absolute beast, and I'm definitely going to be glad trying to learn how to drive it even more. And just the overall looks of this thing, it's extremely blocky, but the aerodynamics go insanely crazy, especially giving it all of that speed. Just the payoff. Let me know what you guys think down below about this car. What do you guys think? If I had to think about anything, I'd have to rate it possibly a 8 out of 10. It definitely needs a lot of work, and you definitely have to be super experienced to drive it. But hopefully one day we learn how to drive it properly. Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep. Ciao.